Welcome back. Finally brought it up. Get it ready to drop in. So, as I said in the intro, finally got the engine, brought the engine up from my house. Get it ready to drop in. She's nowhere by any means pretty. The harness looks like it's had a bit of a beating over the years and what's left of it. Anyway, we'll sort all line problems out. No trouble at all, but other than that, it's here. And we'll get her ready to drop in. I think the master plan is I'm going to drop her in, and I was just going to drop it in and find out if I'd actually notched the chassis leg enough to deal with it. But I think what I'm going to do is I might drop it in and actually try and see if I can get it running, purely because the engine stood for that long. It's going to be a bit naff if I get it all in and get it sorted and find it doesn't run after all that. So I think first things first, we'll get it dropped in and then go from there. As you've seen, that's the engine bay pretty much prepped, ready to take out. 2 seconds, I'll get rid of this wandering thing. That's the engine bay. All the struts and suspension taken off it now, so that's a nice clear engine bay ready to lift the engine in. Now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop the pallet off it, drop it down on the ground, slide it in, hopefully lift it up in, bolt a couple of engine mountings in, and that's it, we'll be good to go. Save that bit for later. So I would like to say it's going to be that easy to put it in. Just click clack, bish bash bosh, couple of bolts in, we're done. I know because I've put this in twice before. There is a bit of a wangling issue with it. I can always get 2 mounts on, no trouble at all, but the 3rd mount I've got to kind of fight and struggle with it, but you know, we'll just deal with that as it goes. I know it does fix, I've had it in before, but again, all I want to do is just drop it in, have a look, make sure clearance I've got. If I've got enough clearance, that's bonus. Also, I've been thinking while it's in, what I think I'm going to do is actually try and get the engine running, because it hasn't been running, well, at least 16, 17 years that I know of. So for all I know, the engine could be knackered and seized. I haven't even tried to turn the crank over, the pulley over yet. If it is seized and knackered, then we'll just rebuild the engine. You know, it's not the end of the world. It's still a red top. It still has value, even if it's not working. So yeah, we'll just get cracked on, get it dropped in, see how we go.
Eventually.
That's a bit soul destroying. So I've just spent the last half hour to an hour actually getting the engine in. Thought I was recording on time lapse. Gone to check it. My phone has actually switched off at some point through the whole thing, so it hasn't actually saved any of the video. However, sit we're in. I think I would like to say that's enough room down there. I can get my fingers in between. Yeah, I'll be happy with that. However, the only issue that I do have, see if I can get the camera up that far. No. Is that? It's very, very close. So the engine's being pushed forward, which was the issue that I had. I was about a full hole out, trying to get the engine in. So yeah, I was like a full hole out at the back from getting the engine mounted in. The engine needed to come. trying to think, no. Yeah, the engine was too far forward. No, the engine was too far back. I don't know. I mean, to be fair, the engine mountings on it are a little bit on the weak side. They are a little bit weak, so, you know, time I get the other engine mountings on. I've actually got some competition engine mounts to go on, but I really don't know if I want to run them, so I didn't want me teeth shaking out, like, you know. It's in. Today's job is complete. We'll take it from there. Not sure what I'm going to do next or how I'm going to do it, but we shall see. Yeah, sorry, it's been quite a bit of a talking video. There was supposed to be a lot more footage of me actually physically putting the engine in, which I might also like to say would have been a lot easier with a second pair of hands today. Just keep getting in and out every time to lift and lower the jack of the engine stand every time was a bit of a chew on. But as I say, it's in. So what I'm going to do now is, I know the engine turns. I have actually turned the engine by hand. Not completely, because there's no time belt on. Obviously that would be stupid. But we don't do them types of things around here. So what I'm going to do anyway, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to whip the plugs out. I'll drop a little bit of oil down the balls just to lubricate everything up inside again. As I say, I think what I might do is I might actually try and get this engine running in here. It shouldn't take too much. Drop the fuel pump on, fuel tank. I mean, fuel tank's got to go in anyway. I just need to bring that up from my garage at home. Bring the fuel tank up, drop the fuel tank in, stick the fuel pump on. Sort out this cluster of wiring that I've got here. I mean, like this here, I'm not even bother putting the ECU inside the car yet, because obviously the whole thing's going to come back out. I'll just lie the ECU on top for now, just purely for starting and running purposes. But yeah, I think that's going to be the next thing, is just run this engine and see if it actually does run or not. And then we'll deal with everything else when it comes apart. As I say, I'm a bit concerned because this engine is lying quite a bit further forward than I would want it to be. I'm just wondering if I drop that down as two sets of holes, you see, on this mount here, if I drop that down to the other hole, whether it would actually swing the engine back a bit. Let us know in the comments down below what you think. If anybody's got this kind of engine mount, I believe it's an M-Tech setup. Obviously the 3 bolts there, 2 bolts, but you can have it in them 2 or them 2. So if anybody's got this engine mount set up on the Nova, let us know and which hole I should be in. I mean, it's sitting in right there. It does actually clear. Yeah, it's as far as you're going to get. It does actually clear the bonnet. It does actually clear the bonnet when the bonnet's on and shut, because it's low enough. So yeah, if anyone's got a type engine mount, let us know in the comments which holes I should be in. I'm wondering, might try off camera. Well, the other rest of it was off camera anyway, and I try off camera, just drop it down into the other hole and see if I can swing it back over a little bit, because obviously that could be a bit of an issue, obviously, when the engine's on boost. Not boost. It's not getting turboed yet. Might cause a little bit of trouble, but yeah. For now, we're just going to sign off and say thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. We are on with the build on this. I know it wasn't exactly part of the plan, because I have a lot of other builds going on at the same time, but this is, as I've said before, this is the most sensible option, and this is going to be the quickest way to get this engine in and running, rather than actually going for the K20 in the back, which obviously that would take us a little bit, well, quite a bit longer, to be fair, to get sorted and get perfected. So yeah, again, thanks for watching, and we shall see you all next week with another update video. Cheers.